Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back. Kellen here again with Droid Life, and the return of the icon has happened. The Motorola Razr is indeed back. No, this isn't the old flip phone you had years and years and years ago. However, it is a version of that with all of the smarts and upgrades that you might find in a smartphone of today. And yeah, it still folds. So we've got one in-house. We're gonna unbox, we'll review, but first let's just check this out. This could be kind of cool. Diving in here, well, let's take a tour of the box because it's kind of cool. Up top, you can obviously see it says Razr, and this is clear, and you can actually see a little bit of the phone right there. But if we kind of rotate around, you'll see that they've taken some special care here with this box. They obviously think it's quite the special achievement here, returning the flip phone to the market. So Motorola's kind of gone all out here with packaging. There's that Motorola logo again. All right, I'm gonna cut plastic. Let's see if we can cut through that and cut through that. Try not to cut myself. Try not to cut the box too much either because it is kind of cool. All right, we're just gonna have to go all in here. Cut. There we go. Will it come out now? All right, it is. All right, so here's the reveal. Let's flip it this way. So slide this off, and there's the back of the phone. Okay, set that there. Oh no, that's not the back of the phone. It just has a plastic thing on it. What else can we pull out? Oh, here's some goodies in the back. Let's maybe do these next. So what looks like a glasses case says Razr right there. It's got magnets and we unfold it. Here are your guides. So talks about where everything is on the phone, shows it folded up. You also have a rapid charger right here. Let's see, what is that rated at? 15 watt turbocharging, not the fastest, but sort of fast. This is earbuds. So special earbuds come in the box. Obviously these are wired. They are USB-C earbuds. You know what? It's the Razr. Let's just pull everything out. Take a look at it. So earbuds, USB-C, nice braided cable there. And then I'm assuming this is probably just a braided USB-C cable. It is. So USB-A to USB-C up top. So braided cable there to match. And then in here, just looks like other earbud tips so that you can get the optimal fit there. So, oh, this looks like a 3.5mm headphone adapter, if I can say that, since there is no headphone jack on this phone. So USB-C, headphones in there. So they kind of went all out with the accessories here. And again, this is kind of a nice little magnetic case that says Razr on it. All right, so phone. Does any of this actually come out? I don't know if I'm supposed to be yanking on this or not. I'm not going to. We're just gonna. I feel like it should come out of here. Oh, yeah, I don't know if you were supposed to do that. Well, we pulled that out. Here's the phone. Let me just slide that out. Because the box sort of acts as a stand. Like if you leave it in here, it kind of acts like as a stand. Anyway, here is this. If you drop the phone in here and you're playing music or something, these holes out here, I believe are supposed to amplify sound or something silly like that. So anyways, there is everything out of the box. We should get to the phone, right? All right, guys, well, here it is. This is the Motorola Razr 2020. Well, it was announced in 2019, but it just came out in 2020. So we'll call it the Motorola Razr 2020 Motorola logo. I know I haven't actually folded it yet. It says, let's see, do not apply a screen protector as it will damage the display. So out of the box, we're already getting the warnings that we got with Samsung's Galaxy Fold, and we know how that turned out. Flip over to the back. There is a Moto logo, and this is sort of like a carbon fiber-ish plastic back. And then up here is, well, your camera. And then this is a Razr sticker. I promise the screen doesn't always say Razr. See, watch. Take this sticker off. There we go. So we've taken that off. And, well, I guess we'll take this one off too. Okay, that is off as well. So here is the phone. Should we go in for that first fold? Let's do this real slow. Oh, there goes the screen. It's folding in. It's folding. It's folding. And it has folded. Oh, okay. So there you go. Kind of speechless at the moment. Folds open. Let's try that again. We folded it. And it has now folded back up. So let's power it on and we'll talk about specs and stuff. Okay, so power button is over here. So I believe this is power button and then also volume rocker. So we'll hold that. Probably get a sweet little Razr, a Motorola logo. All right, let's talk about the phone because there's a lot to talk about. So number one, this is a $1,500 phone. This is an expensive phone. It's a flip phone. It's a smartphone too, though. It's a foldable. It's $1,500. There's the register. So $1,500. Verizon has the exclusive on it here in the US. So you can't buy an unlocked one. You won't find it AT&T or T-Mobile or anywhere. It's Verizon's. It's theirs. There may be an unlocked one someday, but I'm actually kind of doubting it at this point. So what's inside a $1,500 phone? Well, again, it does this. That's kind of the big thing. And it does this, and it looks like the old flip phone you once owned. Inside, well, this is a 6.2 inch plastic OLED display. The resolution is 2142 by 876, so not quite 1080p, just above 720p. Out here, you have just a little guy, 2.7 inch OLED display that'll show you notifications and things like that, and it'll let you take selfies. You have a Snapdragon 710 processor inside, so by no means is this a flagship level processor in this guy. It's probably enough to power it just fine, but just so you know, it's not the top level Snapdragon. You get 128 gig storage, no SD slot, 6 gig RAM, a 2510 milliamp hour battery, so not a super large battery. But again, it's a compact little device. It does have that 15 watt fast charging I mentioned earlier. For cameras, well, you just have a single one. This is a 16 megapixel f1.7 camera with electronic image stabilization, no optical image stabilization, no OIS, just EIS. So that is your single camera, no dual, no super wide, no extra wide, no telephoto, just a single camera there, and you can see the flash there. On the inside up here, we actually do have a 5 megapixel camera. So if you do have it open and want to take selfies, I don't know why you'd ever use that, because if you're taking selfies, you would just close it and use the good camera, and you can use this screen as your viewfinder. So single camera. NFC, Bluetooth 5.0, USB-C port down here on the bottom. So again, I mentioned earlier, no headphone jack. That's why that adapter was in this little case over here. This is a speaker though, down on the bottom. So nice looking speaker, USB-C. We have a fingerprint reader right here. I don't believe that doubles as a button. You may be able to swipe gestures on it or something like that. Motorola's done in the past, but that is a fingerprint reader there. Flip over to the back again, no camera on the back because this is your camera that flips open. Splash proof, water resistant nano coating, which Motorola does with all theirs, so not actually water resistant, and it comes in this black color. So those are the specs. Let's fire up the software. Well, here we go. We are beyond setup and all ready to show you some of the stuff. So you can see there it's not an always on display, but the little cover display, it comes on as Motorola's Moto, it used to be called Moto display, and with any little movement, it sort of fires up and it shows you the time, and it's notifying me of things. What is it notifying me of? Oh, it installed some bloatware. Perfect. So it shows you battery percentage. That if you want to like fire up the camera, you just do the old Motorola twist, and then it fires up the selfie camera. Hello everyone, Motorola selfie camera. And then to take a picture, you just hit any of the volume buttons. So if I put my hand up here, takes a picture of that, shows you a little preview here, which you can tap on. You can get back here and take more pictures if you want. There's a little X up there, I believe. That closes it. So if you've taken pictures, you can see I've got connectivity options up there as well. And again, that's using the main camera, so it should take decent selfies. If we go ahead and flip open, I do have the fingerprint reader set up. Seems pretty fast so far. So if we try to lock again, fingerprint reader, pretty fast. Actually, you can put your finger back on there and that will lock it to you. You don't have to reach up there. So fingerprint reader is pretty good. It's nice to have a fingerprint reader. Haven't had one in a while. So here is the phone. This is the new Razr. It's running Android 9. So it's 2020. We're not running Android 10 yet on our $1,500 phone. Not off to a good start. There's also a lot of Verizon bloatware. It's been a while since I've owned a Verizon phone and not an unlocked phone, but man, there is some stuff like this safely security thing. It's just a constant notification telling me that they're scanning for viruses. I appreciate. Thank you for scanning for the viruses. Yeah, so Motorola's suite of stuff. If we swipe this down, you can see here's your notification shade. We can go into settings. You got the Moto stuff. So Moto actions, like I just showed you with the old wrist twist, you got that. You can chop to launch the flashlight. You can set up the one navigation, the one button nav, which is kind of like Android 10's gestures in a way. The 3-finger screenshot, there's a screenshot editor. Yeah, so that stuff's fairly familiar. There's Moto display, you can customize that. Let's see if there's anything cool that's related to maybe the foldable stuff. So far not much in here. Storage again, 128 gig. Again, it's running Android 9. You do have digital well-being stuff, so that's fun. Software experience, for the most part, just that sort of basic Motorola UI where it's mostly Google's look, and then you just kind of get this light touch from Motorola on top with those Moto stuff. There is apparently like a retro mode. I'll see if I can figure out how to do that before I do it, where it turns the phone sort of into a retro flip mode. It looks like an old Motorola Razr. I didn't actually own a Motorola Razr. I think I was like a poor college kid when that was out, and that phone was really expensive. So the nostalgia there is not there for me. Basically, I'm just looking at this as, new school flip phone, which is cool. I like foldables. The spec sheet really worries me. $1,500 for a phone with a 710 processor and a single camera with no OIS, no Android 9. There's some things here to worry about. The folding thing, like this hinge feels okay. You kind of get in here, there's like a crackly, kinky kind of noise. There's obviously some movement with this plastic OLED. You can see like it sort of like suctions in as you're folding it. See that? Comes to the top and then it like suctions in sort of into the back of the phone. And that's how it's able to fold flat. So there is movement in it. With it on like this, and if you turn it to certain angles, it kind of has this weird like sort of ripply plastic look to it, which I guess you could get used to that. I don't know. I'm not trying to be super critical of the phone. I've used it for all of 5 minutes. It's a flip phone with a single camera, Android 9, and a Snapdragon 710 that costs $1,500. It folds in half though. It'll be very pocketable. It will be fun to test it and be able to just slap it shut, throw it in a pocket. What else do you guys want to see? Let me figure out that old school mode real quick. All right, I figured it out. So up here in the notification shade, I just had to edit it, and I found the retro Razr button. So if we go ahead and tap that, watch this. It flips to a retro Razr mode, which is kind of cool. You get, that's kind of fun. And then we obviously have the old school looking UI. You can actually type on this too, like numbers and stuff like that. There's a messaging thing and save and all that. It really kind of does give you that old school vibe, but on this new school version of the phone. Kind of cool. And then to get out, you actually press and hold on the power button. See that? And it shuts down. That's kind of cool. The other thing I noticed is I do have a system update available. So we'll make sure we update that. It says there's camera quality improvements, which I'm all for. Motorola isn't necessarily known for being the king of cameras, so that single, again, no OIS, we'll take all the improvements we can get. Security fixes there as well. Yeah, it's this is the foldable Razr. I know like people are pretty excited about this. I was a big fan of the Galaxy Fold, where you have a phone that unfolds into a tablet, whereas this is a little flip phone that unfolds into a regular size phone. Like that's kind of cool. But yeah, I've got my concerns. We'll see. It could be surprised. Either way, if you guys have comments, questions, or want to know anything else, we have a Motorola Razr in house for a little while, and we are here to answer. We're Droid Life. Peace.